Are you looking for some rural living just outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania? Well, welcome to Duncannon. This small charming town goes back some 200 years and played a very important part in the development of the Susquehanna River Valley. This also happens to be my hometown and holds a special place in my heart. It also means I have some inside access to fun stuff to do in the area. Now we're going to show you that and more, including several home tours like we always do. And we're going to get real with it right now.
Here we are in Duncannon, Pennsylvania. As Aaron said, this is a special one for us today as his family has deep roots in the area. I will give you a disclaimer. We are in the middle of a severe heat wave here in the Northeast. So it's expected to reach about 100 degrees today. So we're not going to be in any place outside for very long, but I'm going to give you a couple quick tidbits, and then we're going to move things along because I think later we're going to visit Aaron's mom's house and jump in the pool. Duncannon, Pennsylvania is a beautiful borough here in Perry County, a spot where the Juniata River, the Susquehanna River, and the Appalachian Trail all converge. Now that confluence has really helped shape the destiny of this borough of just over 1,500 people. It's about 1,525 people right here on the west bank of the Susquehanna River, about 14 miles north of the state capital in Harrisburg. It was founded in 1792, but went by a different name, Petersburg. The community that later took the name Duncannon, as we stand here now, was incorporated in 1865, played a pivotal role during the Civil War, known as a transportation hub. As a matter of fact, we wanted to show you the train tracks behind us. I'm standing right next to Duncannon Station, the old Pennsylvania Railroad, and then Amtrak Station here, which is now the corporate headquarters of one of the communications companies here in Duncannon. But just the beautiful views of the river and the mountains behind, our bridges leading back down towards Harrisburg and the Susquehanna Valley. Beautiful area. We have a lot to show you today. We're going to show you some homes and some wonderful things. So let's take a look.
Now, Duncannon lies at the midway point of the Appalachian Trail, which runs 2,180 miles the whole way from Georgia to Maine. In Duncannon, the trail passes right along Market Street, the borough's main street, which we're on right now, which coincidentally is the street which the legendary Doyle Hotel is located. And you can see that behind me. The hotel is a popular stopping place for hikers who appreciate its good food and hospitality. Now, throughout the spring, summer months, and even in the fall, you're gonna see hikers pass right through this street. The reason why is the Appalachian Trail on this side of the mountain is located right here in Duncannon, and you have to pass through it to cross the Susquehanna River to get to the other side of the Appalachian Trail. So you're gonna see, like I said, hikers throughout the whole season here. Now, yet another place you wanna check out here in Duncannon, especially on a hot day like today, is right here at 3B Ice Cream. They have some of the best ice cream you can imagine.
Duncannon is a noteworthy historical stop on the 95-mile Middle Susquehanna Greenway tour as well, which introduces travelers to the historic and geographic connections between the river and the Chesapeake Bay, into which the Susquehanna River empties. In addition, the borough of Duncannon is one hub community on the Pittsburgh to Harrisburg Main Line Canal Greenway. So if you're into that kind of stuff, that you might find those facts interesting, waterways and such like that. The Greenway is a 320-mile network of linked land and water trails that provide travelers with opportunities to hike, bike, study nature, and learn more about history. So these are very important resources in and around this area. So if you are moving to Duncannon, hopefully you learn to embrace that if you don't already.
A little bit about the current housing market here in Duncannon. Now, you're not going to have a lot of listings like you would in Harrisburg or even Mechanicsburg because it's so rural. So right now we have 9 active listings and 8 pending homes. The lowest being $90,000 here in the borough, and the highest being $610,000. Now let's take you out to our first 2 communities of the day.
Here we are at our first home of the day in the borough of Duncannon. Really nice, just across from the river here. We'll show you some of the views here in just a second. This is a colonial style home built in 1890. Another great thing about being in a town this old is the old charm of this home. However, many renovations have been done. There is a nice hatch garage, a lot of updates within the house, a metal roof that'll last you a long time, and again, great views here of the river. You can easily access the river right under this tunnel here. There's an old railway tunnel, and do some fishing or get on a kayak and enjoy the afternoon here in the borough. Now, the home behind me is listed at $229,800, and for just over 1,500 square feet, that brings you to about $149, $150 a square foot. For 3 bedrooms, 1 bath here in Susquehanna School District in the borough of Duncannon. Taxes here a year are going to run you right about $2,600.
Here we are at our second community of the day, second home of the day. We're right outside of Duncannon Borough in Penn Township. Now, Duncannon is made up of 3 different townships in one borough. Duncannon Borough, Penn Township, Wheatfield Township, and then Watts Township, otherwise known as the Township if you're a local. This home behind me features 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, roughly 1,800 square feet. The price on this home is $290,000, which makes your price per square foot right at $164. We're in Susquehanna School District, and there is an HOA fee here of $285 per year. Let's go around and check out the community a bit. Okay, a little bit about the schools here in Duncannon. So whether you move to Duncannon or Marysville, your school is going to be Susquehanna School District. Behind me, we have the high school, very long. Right next door is the middle school, and beyond that is the elementary school. Over here is the gymnasium, and here's the football field and track field. Now, a little bit about Susquehanna School District. It has roughly 1,800 students in K through 12, with a student-teacher ratio of 16:1. An overall B rating with niche.com, A- for teacher, and B for academics.
Just a note on population numbers. Here in the greater Duncannon area, the 17020 zip code, you're looking at just over 9,000 total population. And that's with about 3,800 total housing units. In the borough, the population is more like 1,500. So we alluded to earlier. On to our next community, our next neighborhood of the day. So our third house of the day was a little tucked away in about 11 acres on the property. So we came here to the Watts Buffalo Community Center. We are again in Watts Township, or as Aaron said, the township. And the home that we are going to feature is a 1977 Cape Cod, about 1,935 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Again, like I said, on almost 11.5 acres here in Watts Township, Perry County. The price point on that beautiful home was $430,000. And again, spread over 1,938 square feet, you're looking at about $222 a square foot. Yearly taxes are just over $4,000. You are in Susquehanna School District here. Again, this is a nice little community park here with swing set, pavilion, field, football field, and baseball field, and a lot of other things to see. So let's take a look.
Here's a fun fact. Lightning glider Sleds was manufactured right here in Duncannon from 1904 until 1988. Then this building behind me was turned into an antique shop called the Old Sled Works. Now, unfortunately, they closed down permanently in 2022. Now, if you're in the area here and you're a little hungry for some barbecue on the weekends, you're gonna wanna check out my friend's barbecue truck in this parking lot. Get some ribs, chicken. It's called Johnny A's. Definitely check that out. So if you're moving to the Duncannon area, this is probably where you're gonna do most of your grocery shopping at. It's located right outside of Duncannon, here at Carnes Food Mart. Right beside it, you have Rite Aid Pharmacy. Now, beyond this, you're gonna have to do a little bit of traveling. Newport is about 20 minutes away. You're gonna find a giant food store there. Also Enola, about 25 minutes away, you'll find a Giant there as well, along with the Wise Market. All right, our final community of the day, our final home of the day, is going to be right outside of Duncannon. Now, it's kind of a unique property. The price point here is $549,000, and it has 46.5 acres to it. The building itself is just over 2,000 square feet, which puts the price point per square foot right around $264. But of course, the reason that's so high is because of the 46 acres. The property does back up to the Sherman's Creek, so you get a little portion of waterfront on that land as well. It is Susquehanna School District, and we are in Penn Township. Now, it's right outside of Duncannon, about a mile, but you still have that rural living. And it does come with a private gate access, and there's only 2 other neighbors back that private road.
Okay, now that we finished our home tours, come along with us as we show you some really fun things to do in this awesome town. Hey, just checking in from the main part of town here in downtown Duncannon. Now, we had done a video on our channel all about Perry County. We featured Marysville and Duncannon and some other places, and during that, we talked about an upcoming brewery called the Lindgren Brewery that was coming in right downtown at the site of the old PNC Bank, and before that, the old Duncannon National Trust. Beautiful building, lofty ceilings, the old bank vault is in there, and they make their own beers right here on site, and they're fantastic. So if you're in town, this is definitely a spot you want to make, right next to the Doyle Hotel here on Main Street, Lindgren Brewery. We were here just recently. We're going to show you inside.
So if you're in Duncannon, one place you do not want to miss is right here at the Red Rabbit. This has been here since the 1960s. It's a 1950, 1960s style outside restaurant. You pull in, they come out, take your order, you eat in your car. Fantastic. I love this place. You got to try their bunny burger. So check out this little underpass here. I used to come down here as a kid, do a little bit of fishing right here on the Susquehanna, but we're about a block away from Market Street, which is literally right there, underneath the railroad tracks. But this leads you right into the Susquehanna River down here. And check out this beautiful area. Like I said, I used to get in trouble down here as a kid, but we're not going to talk about that.
And that will conclude our video today on Duncannon. I did want to mention 2 additional things in terms of fun things to do in Duncannon. We have shown you a couple with the Red Rabbit and the Doyle Hotel and Lindgren Brewery and so many other great things to do in town. Specifically, I would be remiss if I did not mention Hawk Rock, which is an amazing hike up to the top of the Appalachian Trail, and Buddy Boy Winery, which we brought you a segment on before, which is a great winery in the area, a great place for the community to come together. They do live music and have great events and great food. So those are 2 additional things we wanted to let you know. All in all, Duncannon's an amazing place. We hope you got a snapshot of that today. And if you're thinking of moving to the area, as always, please reach out to Aaron or myself. If you have a home to sell in Duncannon, we have, like we said before, long roots there, and we'd love to help you make that transition. Please subscribe and like our channel if you want to see more of this in the future, more of our long form content, and be the first to get all the updated real estate information from here in central Pennsylvania. Thank you again. For now, this is Josh and Aaron signing off, and we'll see you next time.